All right, let's talk about tendering in South Africa. If you've ever felt like it's this huge, complicated world you can't break into, stick around. We're going to give you the roadmap, the actual step-by-step guide to go from knowing nothing to winning that first bid. Let's get right into it.
Okay, so let's just get the big one out of the way first, right? The classic dilemma. No experience, no tenders. It's that catch-22 that drives everyone crazy. You can't win a tender without experience. But how on earth are you supposed to get experience if you can't win a tender? It feels like a brick wall. But here's the thing, there's a way to smash right through it. And this quote, this just says it all, doesn't it? Lerito Sabata puts it perfectly. You're not going to have experience because you have not yet started. You need to start. See, the real problem isn't that you don't have experience. The problem is thinking you have to wait for some massive government tender to give you that experience. That's not how it works. The secret is to create your own, and we're going to show you exactly step by step how to do just that.
All right, Section 1. Let's talk about breaking that experience barrier. This is all about how you can build a killer portfolio from absolute scratch. This is the foundation, guys. Get this right and everything else gets easier.
Okay, so how do you actually do it? It's a simple 4-step process. First, don't try to build a skyscraper on day one. Start small. Pick services that don't need a ton of cash up front. We're talking catering, gardening, pest control, stuff like that. Next, forget about national government for now. Your first clients are right in your neighborhood. Go to local business parks, residential estates, shopping centers. Then, and this is absolutely critical, you cannot skip this, formalize everything. I mean everything. Use your registered business name, send proper quotes, sign a simple contract, and send an invoice. And finally, for every single job you do, you get proof. Get that reference letter, take before and after pictures, keep copies of your invoices. This is how you build your portfolio of evidence.
So, let's be super clear on this. Your first portfolio, it's not going to be built from some massive multi-million rand tender. No way. It's built by taking those small jobs and treating them like they're the most important contract you'll ever win. That professionalism is what creates the experience, the proof, the reference letters that you'll need for the big leagues.
Okay, portfolios in the works. Awesome. Now, where do you actually find these tenders? Let's jump into Section 2, finding the right opportunities. Knowing where to hunt is key. When it comes to tender portals, you basically got two choices. You've got your free public portals, like e-tenders. The upside? Hey, it's free. The downside? You and literally everyone else are on there, so the competition is fierce, and you can get totally lost in the noise. Then you have the paid services. Yeah, you've got to invest some cash, but what you're paying for is focus. They cut through the clutter, send you stuff that's actually relevant to you, and often give you way more detail. So it really comes down to a simple choice. Are you going to spend your time, or are you going to spend your money?
And listen, while everyone is fighting over the big, flashy construction tenders, I want you to look at these underrated gold mines. We're talking about repeat business here. Things like electrical accessories, medical supplies like gloves and masks. Hospitals always need those. Uniforms and PPE, same deal. Spares for water pumps, office furniture. These might not sound glamorous, but they are the bedrock of sustainable business. These are the tenders that lead to 2, 3, maybe even 5-year contracts. That's how you build a real business, not just a one-hit wonder.
Right. You've got your experience, you've found the perfect opportunity, now for the moment of truth. Section 3, crafting your winning bid. This is where the magic happens. Let's get into it.
First things first, before you even think about writing your proposal, you need to become obsessed with one thing, the evaluation criteria. Seriously, think of the tender document as an exam paper. The criteria are the questions. The procurement team has a marking sheet, and they're giving you points for every question you answer correctly. This isn't about just throwing your documents in an envelope. It's about systematically and perfectly answering every single question to rack up those points. You miss one, you fail. It's that simple.
So what does a winning bid actually look like? This chart breaks it down perfectly. Check this out. A whopping 40% is just compliance. That's it, just having all the right documents, signed in the right places, submitted on time. Get that wrong and they won't even read the rest. Then another massive 40% is about solving their problem. Notice it doesn't say having a great service. It's about proving you understand their specific headache and you're the one with the aspirin. And then, only then, does price come in at just 20%. So many people think tendering is all about being the cheapest. Look at the chart. It's clearly not. It's the last piece of the puzzle.
And this right here is the biggest mindset shift you need to make. Stop describing what you do. They already know. They've read your company profile. Instead, start explaining how you are going to solve their problem. Don't just say, we offer cleaning services. Say, our cleaning protocol will reduce staff sick days and improve your building's professional image. See the difference? You're not a supplier, you're a problem solver.
Okay, so you've got the basics down. You're winning some work, now it's time to level up. Section 4 is all about advanced strategies, how you scale your business and start competing for the really big stuff.
Okay, 2 key ways to punch above your weight are joint ventures or JVs and subcontracting, and you have to know the difference. Think of a JV as a marriage. You and another company get together as equal partners to go after a bid. You share the work, you share the risk, you share the profit. It's perfect if you need their higher grading or their years of experience to even qualify. Subcontracting, on the other hand, is more like being a boss. You win the whole contract, you're 100% responsible for everything, but you hire a specialist, say an electrician, to do one part of the job. You pay them for their work, but the buck stops with you.
Now, here's a strategy that can be a total game changer, especially for new businesses. You need to be hunting for what are called set-aside tenders. Basically, the government reserves certain tenders exclusively for specific groups, like small businesses or women-owned businesses. This means that giant corporations, the big fish, are literally blocked from bidding. It's a closed playground, just for you.
And this is huge. Why? Because set-asides are designed to give you a fair fight. You're not going up against a corporate giant with 1,000 employees and a bottomless budget. You're competing against your peers. The big guys are out of the game. This is your chance, your opportunity to land a major contract on a level playing field.
All right, let's talk about what happens after you win. You get that award letter, you pop the champagne, but hold on, we need a little reality check here. Section 5, Navigating Post-Win Realities. Because winning the bid, well, that's just the start of the journey. Look, nobody wants to think about this, but you have to be prepared. An award letter isn't a guarantee until the ink is dry on the contract. Why might it get pulled? Well, it could be something totally out of your control. The client made a mistake in their process or their budget gets slashed. But it could also be something on you. Maybe they find out a document you submitted was fraudulent, or, and this is a common one, your tax clearance wasn't actually valid on the day you submitted. It's tough, but knowing these risks is just part of being a smart business owner.
So I want to leave you with this question to really think about. You've won the bid. Now what? Because winning one tender isn't the goal. Building a business is the goal. So what's your strategy for sustainable growth? How are you going to use this win to build better systems, to train your people, to create a repeatable process so you can win the next one and the one after that? That's the real challenge. It's not about being a tender winner. It's about being a business builder. Thanks for tuning in.